Hi everyone, it's Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Thanks for stopping by. Today I will be doing a Lattafa perfume video. I do have 3 fragrances from Lattafa that I would like to review and talk to you guys about. I am going to give you my final review on Eclaire. I have had this in my collection for some time now. I have been testing it, playing with it, and I will be comparing it to Bianco Latte, which I do have, and also Tuscan Caramel. I also have 2 other fragrances from Lattafa. These are not new fragrances. One of them is relatively new, and I will just be chatting and letting you guys know my thoughts and my feelings about these fragrances. The first one I will start with. This fragrance, I do not understand why this fragrance does not get a lot more love. It is called Gharam, and this is from Lattafa Pride. It's the normal Lattafa Pride box in a box, and then there is the booklet, and this is what the fragrance looks like, the packaging for Gharam. And then it opens this way. It is very pretty. It is an absolutely beautiful bottle glass. This is plastic, but when this is sitting in my perfume cabinet or when it is out on my dresser, it does look like it is metal. Actually, the top, I cannot tell if it's metal or plastic. It is quite heavy, and yeah, it has a very nice atomizer. The overall packaging of Gharam, it is beautiful. I am not sure when this perfume was released, but it looks like it was at the same time as Lean and also this Lattafa Antique collection. So it is most likely, I would think, last year, because all of these fragrances, they are relatively new. This fragrance, for me, it was love at first sniff. It is a bit of an anomaly. I do not understand why I do not see more about this fragrance. I thought it would be getting a lot more love, you know, across the Atlantic. By the way, when I am playing and testing these Arabic fragrances, I am always looking to see what the names of the fragrances mean, because it makes then more sense to me and I can remember it a lot easier. This, it says Gharam in Arabic is love. So this one, it does have an appropriate name. The opening, the top note of this fragrance, it's pears, jasmine, and pineapple. What I do appreciate a lot about this fragrance is that it has a real pear note. I love pear in fragrances, and normally they are very fleeting, but in Gharam this has a true pear accord, and also there is a bit of pineapple which peps this up a bit. After the fragrance transforms from the opening, which is a tad bit fresh, it is not overtly fruity, then this really creamy floral bouquet appears. The heart note, the middle of this fragrance, it's jasmine, gardenia, and magnolia. It is very creamy. The jasmine note, it is not too pronounced, but definitely the magnolia and the gardenia, it is very beautiful. And also this pear note, it lingers quite a bit, and mixed in with the florals, it is absolutely stunning. There is not a big transformation, but it does change somewhat. Then there are very pronounced gourmand notes. The base of this fragrance, it is amber, cashmeran, sandalwood, musk, and praline. Guys, I do sense quite a dose of vanilla in this fragrance. When I first tried this, I was thinking that this was maybe a vanilla gourmand scent. It does not list vanilla, but I do sense a very nice dose of vanilla. It could be the praline note. I mean, everything has praline these days. It is a note which sells, it sounds good, but I do not get a lot of a very sweet chocolatey accord. It is a very nice vanilla mixed with some floral notes and also the woody notes in this fragrance. What remains on the skin, it is absolutely beautiful. If you have not tried this fragrance, please do so. This is highly underrated and I do not understand it. This is also a fragrance, it did not need maceration. It was ready to go when I received it. Also, when this is sprayed on the skin, I am not sure, I have not read what the percentage of perfume oil to alcohol is in this fragrance. It is a normal eau de parfum, but when it is sprayed on the skin, it is very luxurious. It can have a bit of an oily touch. There is also in the dry down a very yummy musk accord. It is a bit fruity due to the pear and the pineapple. There is a touch of pineapple, but this is more of a very nice fruity gourmand fragrance with some woody notes. Absolutely stunning. You would really flatter me if you would try this fragrance and then write and tell me that you loved it. It needs more love and more hype. This one for me, it is Gharam. Love. The next fragrance, it is called Eclaire. I did pick this up right when it came out. After spraying this for the first time, when I received it in the mail, I realized it was not all what it could be. So I decided to allow this to macerate for a bit prior to doing a full review on this one. This is what the box looks like. This is making the rounds on social media. It is getting a lot of love. So today I will add to this and I will let you know if I am also loving this fragrance. Guys, this is what the bottle for Eclaire looks like. It is very different. I mean, I like Lattafa packaging, but this one, it is a bit not my taste. A lot of times the Lattafa bottles, they look much better in person than they do in pictures, but not this one. And also with my bottle, some of the gold detailing, it is starting to come off. So, I mean, the color of the bottle, it's quite nice, but it is a bit what you would call kitsch, gaudy. But it is the juice I am here to review. I would much rather have a very nice perfume and an ugly bottle as opposed to a beautiful bottle and perfume which I cannot wear. So this is my 5 cents on the packaging. This one, it is being marketed as a fruity floral gourmand fragrance for women. This one starts with notes of caramel, milk and sugar. Guys, I have had this for a while. I have been wearing it. I have been comparing it to Bianco Latte and also to Tuscan Caramel because this is being touted as a dupe for Giardini de Toscana Bianco Latte. The opening of this fragrance, it is very pleasant. It is much closer to Bianco Latte than the opening of Tuscan Caramel. Tuscan Caramel had a sort of a minty note, which I think was coming from the tonka bean, and for a lot of people this was an unpleasant note that they had to get through. Eclaire does not have this note. The sugar note, it is quite nice, and also the caramel, it is not too much, it is not too foody. So very nice opening. There is a bit of a yummy milky accord in the opening, but it is not too much, and I do like the way the milky accord is done in this fragrance. It is similar to Bianco Latte. It is not a lactonic burst which overpowers all of the other notes in the fragrances. This is really sometimes an error, you can say, with a lot of gourmand fragrances which are being sold as latte. The lactonic note normally explodes and you simply get sugar and a milk note, and the floral notes are very subdued. But in this one, it is done quite nicely. In this fragrance, same as in Bianco Latte, I am able to sense the honey note, which is quite nice. It is soft, it is not dominant, but you can smell it. The floral accords, they do come out nicely, and when mixed with this honey note and this lactonic note, it is very nicely done. It is a really nice gourmand fragrance. It is not too heavy, it is not too foody. On my skin, the dry down of this fragrance, it is more musk than it is vanilla. There is vanilla in this fragrance. It is especially in the middle of the fragrance, but the dry down, for me, it has hints of vanilla, but it is more of a musk dry down with some foody notes. It is beautiful. This is a nice fragrance. It is not vulgar, it is not too much. I like my gourmand fragrances to be a bit lighter, and that they should also have some nice floral notes, that it does smell like a fragrance and not really like food. When I compare Eclaire to Bianco Latte, these fragrances are very similar, and Eclaire is a lot closer to Bianco Latte than Caramel Cascade. Caramel Cascade has this minty note, and it is quite a sharp note which is not found in Eclaire or in Bianco Latte. This one was inspired by Bianco Latte, by the way. I have a full review of this one, but it was not a one-to-one dupe of the scent. I do find that the opening in Bianco Latte, it has a bit more of a sharp opening, because this has more of a West Indian vanilla, which is sharp and crisp. And the opening of Eclaire, it is a bit more toned down. It is not too foody, but it is not as fresh as Bianco Latte. But other than that, these two fragrances are very similar. I have tested these two side by side on a swab on my skin, and for me, this is a very good inspiration, you can say, interpretation of Bianco Latte. I must say Eclaire, it is a bit stronger. Bianco Latte, I have always wished that for the price point, that this fragrance had a bit more punch and a bit more lasting power. This one, it keeps going and going and going, and for the price, it is fabulous. If you are looking for Bianco Latte on a budget, I can highly recommend this one. This was close, a caramel cascade. This is still a very nice scent. It has gotten better with age, you can say. This minty note, it is not as present as it was, but it is still there. I do like this note. It comes from tonka bean, and being that I don't have a problem with this, I do wear caramel cascade, but Eclaire, it is a bit more, you can say, refined. I think this one is well worth the price. I will give this a 9 because for the packaging I took out 1 point. Normally I should not take out a complete point for the packaging, but my bottle, the detailing, it's coming off a bit. I think this is one you can pick up blind for the price point. This is about 39 euros here, so it is nothing you would kill yourself about if you do not like it. The next fragrance I would like to talk about, guys, this is a little, you can say, gem that I found. I ordered this blind because it was on sale on the Lattafa website. This does not even cost 20 euros at the moment. It is called QAED Al Fursan Unlimited. This one was another fragrance. When I sprayed it, it was really perfect to go. I can see that this was released in 2022. Maybe the older fragrances have a bit more time to macerate in bottle because of course they are not new, so maybe they are sitting around a bit more. Guys, this one, it is a fragrance for men and women. I do find this to be a bit more feminine. What I love about this is such an easygoing gourmand fragrance. I would classify this as something I would wear on Saturdays and Sundays, you know, when you are wearing shorts, you are going to the beach, you are going swimming, or just bumming around town. I was so surprised at how beautiful this fragrance was for the price point. This one has in the top notes, let me see, it has coconut, it has citrus notes and pineapple. Also, I love sometimes wearing this to bed. It has coconut, but this is such a soothing fragrance. The heart note, it is ylang ylang, jasmine and frangipani. The florals in this fragrance, they do penetrate the coconut and the foodie gourmand notes. It is just absolutely beautiful, delightful. It is laid on a bed of vanilla, musk and sandalwood. There are very light hints of sandalwood in this. It adds a bit of depth, and also this has a lot of musk, really. It is a musk gourmand fragrance with coconut, a nice floral notes, whiffs of florals which are just coming through the musk and the coconut. This is so pretty. I had never seen this one before on the Lattafa website. It looks like they had it back in stock. I got this about, I would say, 3 months ago. And I am in a coconut mood, so I was picking up any fragrance which had coconut. Anyway, guys, this is another good find, and this is a fragrance that I do not think would disturb anyone. This can be worn in all environment places. It does not have a lot of sillage. It is average. It wears, I would say, closer to the skin, but it is very yummy. Here again we go. It is QAED Al Fursan unlimited. My tip to you, if you have not tried this, for the price point, for the quality of the fragrance, the packaging is also beautiful. This is one to try. Anyway guys, thanks for bearing with me and making it through the end of this video. I love fragrances so much. When I start to croon, I cannot stop. Please send me some comments and do subscribe. I do need a lot more friends on YouTube. Tschüss!